So in this video, we are going to do one more example to practice using a present value table. Now, I've written out this formula that we discovered from our last video that to find the present value from the table, we take the intersection value multiplied by the payment. So with that in mind, we're going to go straight into example one. Now we have a table, present value table of $1, and we're using this to answer the following questions. Now, part A, it's saying, what is the present value of an investment of $500 per month for 2 months at 24% per annum, compounded monthly? So we have a period of 2 because it's told us that we have 2 months. So our N equals 2 and our rate equals, because this is monthly, 24% divided by 12, which gives us 2%. So what we're going to do, we want to find the intersection of 2 and 2. So that's going to be 1.94. So our present value is going to be 500 multiplied by 1.94. And this gives us $970. Okay, let's try another one. Part B is saying, what is the present value of an investment of $7,000 per quarter for 1 year? Let's just underline all the important information. So $7,000 per quarter for 1 year at 12% per annum, compounded quarterly. Okay, so the quarterly thing is a theme here in this question, but we have per quarter for 1 year. So we've done it 4 times in a year. So our N equals 1 year times the quarterly investments, which gives us 4, or the quarterly deposits. Now our rate equals 12% divided by 4, which gives us 3%. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to find the intersection. So we're going to look back up at our table. N is 4, so the period is 4, and the rate is 3%. So I get 3.71. That's our intersection value. So I'm going to do, for my present value, 7,000 multiplied by 3.71. Okay, that gives us 25,970. Okay, so part C and D, these are slightly different, okay? But that's why we're going to refer back to this kind of initial formula I gave you at the start of the video, because these ones are asking us to find the payment. So we're trying to find the payment or contribution per period of an annuity with a present value of $33,240 at 6% per annum, compounded annually for 3 years. So we're going to do the same thing, okay? We are looking for the intersection point first. So 6% up here, compounded annually for 3 years, I get 2.67. So we know that our present value equals our intersection multiplied by our payment. So we're going to just substitute these in. So my present value is $33,240 equals to 2.67 multiplied by our payment. I'm just going to write PMT for short. And now we just solve the equation. Okay, so we're dividing both sides by 2.67. So the payment equals 33,240 divided by 2.67. And that gives us a payment of $12,449. Okay, last one. Very similar kind of thing we're doing. We're going to underline the key bits once again. Find the payment or contribution per period of an annuity with a present value of $10,000 at 8% compounded biannually for 1 year. Okay, so this part is important. Let's just rub off the intersection value from the previous example. So we have our present value, 8% compounded biannually for 1 year. So our number of compounding periods, we have 2 times 1, because it's biannually, 2 times in 1 year, which gives us 2. And our rate is, what do we say, 8%? Yep, 8% divided by 2, because it compounds biannually, so twice a year. So that gives us 4%. Okay, so now looking at the intersection, 2 with 4%, 2 with 4%, we get 1.89. So we're going to set up our equation straight away. Our present value is 10,000 equals to 1.89 times the payment. And we have that our payment equals 10,000 divided by 1.89. Once we do that, it gives us a payment of $5,291. So that brings us to the end of the video. This is how we can find both the payment and the present value under different conditions. So remember, the things we have to be careful of is compounded annually or biannually or monthly. And we have to be careful with the wording. But in essence, we are always just finding a number of compounding periods and a rate, finding the intersection from the table, and then we're either going to be finding our present value or our payment. That's how we're going to use our equation here. But that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.